When I was in high school, I dreamed of being a missionary and serving the people who are truly in need and just living in a mud hut. Soon after, though, I went to Southern Adventist University and started dating this guy who really wasn't called to the mission field. And I just kept thinking, well, maybe this isn't right for me. Maybe I shouldn't be a missionary. Maybe I was all wrong. But then I went on, I couldn't get it out of my mind, and I went on this short-term mission trip to Rwanda, and I had a great time there. And then after that, I just didn't hear God's call anymore, because I was like, well, maybe that was the whole thing. I was just supposed to go to Rwanda. And then I broke up with my boyfriend because I knew that God didn't want us together. And in the meantime, I went to Andrews University to continue pursuing my degree in dietetics. And I met David, who we started dating, and one day he came back from class and was really excited, and he said, hey, I think I'm going to be called to the mission field. And I was just really excited. I think he was really
That was a surprise.
Yeah, just surprised about that. And so, but I was just like, wow, this is exactly where God wants me, and this is exactly where God wanted him. So I knew it was totally clear that God was leading the whole way, and he could make it possible for us to serve the people in Chad.
Growing up, I always wanted to be a pilot. I knew God had put that desire in my heart, and that he wanted me definitely in the aviation industry. So I went to study at Andrews University, studying aviation and also French. One day my boss came to me and said, hey, so have you ever thought about being a mission pilot? Well, I looked at her and said, I'm not opposed to the idea, but I feel like to be a missionary you need to be called, and I just don't feel called. So for the moment, no. Well, senior year, I was starting to get thinking about where to go in the industry, whether I should go to be a commercial pilot or maybe fly for a corporate company or flying cargo. And God just was showing me all the negatives. And I was like, okay, well, where do I need to go? What am I going to be doing, God, after you put me in this industry? So then David Gates showed up one day at my class and started talking about everything he was doing in South America. And as he was talking, I felt the Spirit nudging me, prodding me, saying, go talk to him afterwards. So I did. I said, hey, I speak French, I'm a pilot. What kind of job opportunities or mission opportunities would be available? So he said, well, contact Gary Roberts. Send him 2 or 3 emails. He might not get back because the internet connection is bad in Africa. So I set out a fleece and said, God, if you really want Sarah and I in Africa, please let Gary respond in the next 2 or 3 weeks so that we know that's where you're calling us. And let there be work for Sarah to do while we're there. And sent it. The very next day, Gary replied and said, yes, we want you in Africa, we can use your skills, and we have a nutrition center, so your future wife can have somewhere where she can work as well. So it's definitely God who has called us, and be called, so we're going to follow him.
People think we're crazy. We both got an Adventist education and we're blessed with all the debt that comes with it.
But we see it as a business agreement. God is willing to pay for our schooling if we use those skills for his service. And Jesus' promises are sure. A worker is worthy of his food. He tells us not to worry about what we will drink, eat, or wear, but to seek first his kingdom, and then all those other things will be given to us as well.